The Kansas City Chiefs have been shaken by a revelation that fans never anticipated. Travis Kelce, one of the most vital figures in the franchise's modern dominance, has broken his silence on an issue that had been quietly simmering behind the scenes. His words carried weight and immediacy, sparking reactions across the NFL and igniting a storm of speculation. The atmosphere surrounding the team has turned tense, with every remark dissected for meaning. The Chiefs, once viewed as unshakable, suddenly appear vulnerable under the pressure of public scrutiny. For years, Kelce has been the dependable weapon for Patrick Mahomes, a cornerstone of the team's success, but now he stands at the center of a story that has captured national attention. The announcement was not filled with theatrics, yet its impact was explosive, leaving supporters unsettled and rivals intrigued. This is more than just another headline. It is a moment that challenges the very stability of Kansas City's dynasty. The silence is over, and the repercussions are only beginning to unfold. When Travis Kelce finally addressed the swirling rumors, his words landed like thunder across the NFL. Though carefully chosen, his statement hinted at deeper frustrations and raised questions about what lies ahead for him and the Chiefs. He acknowledged the intensity of the spotlight, the pressure of expectations, and the toll that constant scrutiny takes on even the most seasoned players. Kelce's candidness shocked fans who had long viewed him as unshakably confident. While he did not provide every detail, his tone carried a seriousness that revealed the gravity of the situation. Analysts immediately began interpreting his remarks, suggesting they point toward potential changes in his role, his future, or even his long-term commitment. For Mahomes, Kelce's words underscored the importance of unity during this uncertain end time. For the organization, the statement marked the beginning of a narrative they cannot control. What Kelce revealed has added layers of tension to a team already under the heaviest of spotlights, reshaping conversations across the entire league. Patrick Mahomes, the face of Kansas City's dynasty, was swift to react to Kelce's statement. Known for his composure and leadership, Mahomes acknowledged the weight of his teammates' words while emphasizing the importance of solidarity. Reports suggest he was visibly surprised by the candor, but determined to steady the team in the aftermath. For Mahomes, Kelce is more than a teammate. He is the anchor of countless game-changing moments, a partner who has defined their shared legacy. The notion of uncertainty surrounding Kelce adds pressure to Mahomes' role as both quarterback and leader. His comments following Kelce's revelation projected calm, but the underlying concern was evident. Fans quickly rallied behind Mahomes, looking to him as the figure capable of keeping the Chiefs' foundation intact. Yet even his steady presence cannot erase the tension that now surrounds the locker room. For Mahomes, this moment is more than about winning games. It is about guiding a shaken team through the most delicate challenge of their era. Head coach Andy Reid, revered for his calm authority, now faces the monumental task of leading his team through turbulence. Kelce's statement has placed unexpected strain on the carefully cultivated culture he has built. Reid's immediate challenge is to manage both the emotions within the locker room and the storm raging outside it. His decades of experience have prepared him for adversity, but the timing of this revelation creates added complexity. With games ahead that will shape the season, Reid must ensure that the focus remains on performance while addressing the issues raised by Kelce's words. Leadership has always balanced honesty with strategy, but this moment demands more than steady guidance. It requires him to reestablish unity and belief in the system. For players, Reid is the anchor they look to in times of uncertainty. For fans, his response will determine whether confidence in the dynasty can be restored. His ability to navigate this bombshell may define the Chiefs' season and legacy. Inside the Chiefs' locker room, the atmosphere has shifted into something palpable and tense. Players accustomed to Kelce's unwavering presence now grapple with the implications of his statement. Rookies find themselves disoriented, confronted with a reality they never expected. Veterans, meanwhile, attempt to steady the mood, reminding everyone that adversity is part of professional football. Yet beneath the surface, questions linger. How deeply does Kelce's frustration run? Could his future with the team truly be in doubt? Leaders like Chris Jones and Mahomes are working to keep morale intact, emphasizing unity, but even their words cannot completely erase the unease. The locker room has always been Kansas City's strongest fortress, a place where trust and belief built the foundation of their dynasty. Now, cracks threaten to appear unless the players pull together with renewed purpose. This tense atmosphere is more than a backdrop. It is the battleground where the Chiefs' response to this bombshell will be forged. For Kansas City's passionate fans, Kelce's statement was nothing short of shocking. Arrowhead Stadium, known for its thunderous energy and unwavering loyalty, now feels subdued with concern. Supporters who long viewed Kelce as an indestructible force suddenly confront the possibility of change. Social media platforms exploded with emotion. Some fans expressed anger, others sorrow, and many voiced support, pleading for clarity, i.e. For the community, the Chiefs are more than a football team. They are an identity. Kelce's words cut deeper because they challenge that sense of certainty. The sadness lies not only in the possibility of losing a cornerstone, but in the reminder that even legends face moments of doubt. Yet amidst the shock, loyalty remains strong. Fans vow to stand behind their team, but their faith now comes with unease. The revelation has shaken the bond between team and community, creating an atmosphere where reassurance feels as necessary as victories. The fans' emotional pulse mirrors the tense atmosphere within the franchise itself. Across the NFL, rival teams are monitoring the situation with keen interest. For years, Kansas City has been viewed as the gold standard, frustrating opponents with their stability and dominance. Kelce's statement, however, has created a sense of vulnerability. Coaches of rival teams analyze the implications, considering how Kansas City's offensive rhythm might falter without Kelce at full strength or full commitment. Players who once viewed the Chiefs as untouchable now sense a rare opportunity to gain ground. Yet, alongside ambition, there is also respect. Many around the league recognize that adversity often brings out the best in champions, and Kansas City has a history of responding with force when tested. Still, this moment has shifted perception, altering how rivals prepare and strategize. The NFL thrives on drama, and the Chiefs' bombshell has become the central story. Whether it signals weakness or serves as fuel for resurgence remains uncertain, but every rival is watching closely, ready to react. The media wasted no time amplifying Kelce's statement into the season's most scrutinized story. Headlines described it as a bombshell that could alter the NFL landscape. Talk shows dissected his tone, body language, and every word of his remarks. Analysts debated whether his frustration signaled a deeper issue within the Chiefs' culture or whether it was simply the natural expression of a veteran under immense pressure. Sports networks replayed clips of Mahomes and Reed responding, analyzing their composure and searching for signs of unease. The constant coverage has magnified the tense atmosphere, ensuring the story remains in the spotlight. For Kansas City, the challenge is not only to handle the internal fallout, but to manage the narrative being shaped externally. The media thrives on uncertainty, and the Chiefs' situation provides endless content. The frenzy underscores the reality that in professional sports, perception is as critical as performance. How the Chiefs navigate this glare will shape both their season and their legacy. The NFL's greatest dynasties have faced similar moments of turbulence. The New England Patriots weathered controversies that threatened to overshadow their legacy, yet they emerged with stronger reputations. The Dallas Cowboys of the 1990s faltered when internal tension disrupted cohesion, cutting their era short. The San Francisco 49ers reinvented themselves repeatedly, proving that adversity can lead to reinvention. Kansas City now finds itself in this continuum of history. Kelce's statement has introduced uncertainty into a dynasty defined by stability. How they respond will determine whether this moment becomes a crack in their armor or a catalyst for resilience. History teaches that adversity does not diminish greatness, it reveals it. The Chiefs' story will now be remembered not only for their victories, but for how they endured this trial. The comparisons highlight both the dangers and the opportunities of this moment. Kansas City stands at a crossroads where their response will not define their place among the NFL's enduring legacies. The bombshell revelation from Travis Kelce has created one of the most defining trials in Kansas City Chiefs history. It has unsettled fans, altered locker room dynamics, and shifted perception across the NFL. For Mahomes, it is a chance to show that leadership is measured as much by resilience in crisis as by brilliance on the field. For Reed, it is the ultimate test of the culture he has built, demanding that he restore confidence while maintaining performance. For Kelce, it is a reminder of his immense influence, as his words alone can shake the league. The tense atmosphere will not fade quickly, and the Chiefs now face a moment where their unity will decide their future. Dynasties are not defined by avoiding storms, but by how they respond when tested. This revelation has become more than news. It is the trial that will decide whether Kansas City's dominance continues or begins to fade. The silence has ended, and the response will define their era.